Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I recently finished watching 13 Reasons Why. If you haven't watched it, I totally recommend because it highlights some quite sensitive issues that I feel like we all should hear about. So I decided to be creative and do a 13 Reasons Why your natural 4C hair may not be growing, because I get quite a number of questions on it. Firstly, your hair is growing. Your hair grows every day, but like the problem is most times we don't retain length. So I hope that by the end of this video you sort of learn a few things as to why your hair isn't growing or why it's not retaining length. The first reason, which I feel like it's downplayed a lot, this is the most important reason: your genetics. I don't have thick edges. I have used every single product you can think of, but still my edges wouldn't grow, and I used to be really sad about it and everything. But then I looked at my baby pictures and I asked my mom a few questions, and basically I realized that from birth I've never had thick edges. So I have come to terms with the fact that I will never have thick edges, and I'm pretty cool with that. So if your hair is not growing as fast as you like it to be, or if your hair is not as thick as you want it to be, I think it's to do with your genetics. So look at your baby pictures, ask your mom questions, look at your family members and all that. That would really make you understand your hair growth rates, because your genetics determines how fast your hair grows, or your thickness of your hair, and the type of your hair. The second reason is trimming. You can overly trim your hair and you can under trim your hair. If you overly trim your hair like every month, you're basically cutting off the ½ inch that your hair grows every month, and the more you do it, the more you're losing length. So it seems like your hair isn't growing, but it actually is growing. And when you under trim, 4C hair, we get a lot of single strand knots, a whole lot. We get split ends. Our ends are dry. Our ends are the oldest part of our hair. So if you notice that you're having split ends and you don't want to trim your hair, darling, what's gonna happen is split end would like spread throughout the strand, and it starts to damage your hair. So you notice that your hair is thick to a certain extent and then it becomes thin. That's a sign that you need to trim. I personally trim my hair before installing braids, and I install braids a lot. So that's just my personal preference, because I notice that my hair really grows when I trim my hair before a protective style. I totally recommend that you trim your hair maybe 3 or 4 times a year, or as required. Thirdly, if you're not moisturizing your hair properly, 4C hair gets super duper dry. So you need to make sure that you're moisturizing your hair constantly. Not only adding moisture to your hair, but you also have to drink water so that your hair can get moisture from the inside and also from the outside. Get leave-in conditioners. Water is the best moisturizer. Water makes my hair dry. I don't know if there's anyone out there who has the same experience, but I don't like using only water. I'd rather use a leave-in conditioner. Fourthly, overmanipulation. What this means is, today you're doing a bantu knot out, tomorrow you're doing a braid out, next tomorrow you're doing a twist out, and you're doing an updo. Basically you're just touching your hair every single day, and the more you touch your hair, most likely you're gonna comb it and you're gonna pull some strands out, which is going to make your hair fall and make your hair weak. So try to avoid manipulating your hair. Like if you really want to have your hair out like all year long, you can try and do a protective style and leave it in for a week, and then next week you can do another one. If possible, you can leave it for 2 weeks. You can do like mini twists with your natural hair and leave it in for like a month. So try to avoid touching your hair. Fifthly, using the wrong products. Now it's so easy for you to be a product junkie as a natural hair when you newly turn natural, because like you just basically want everything. This YouTuber does a review on this product, you want to get it. Another one does another one, you want to get it. But trust me, when you have so many products, or when you're using so many products at the same time, if your hair starts to break or if your hair starts to act up, you wouldn't be able to pinpoint which product is the cause of it. So I totally recommend that you buy a specific product at a certain time, try it out. If it works for you, keep it. If you want to try another product, you can do that, but make sure you don't try a whole lot at the same time, because the truth is some products don't work for 4C hair. A product that might work for 3C, 3B or 3A hair may not work for a type 4 hair. So be mindful of the products you use. Once you find a product, stick to it. Every once in a while you can switch it off if you notice that your hair isn't responding as it used to be to that product. But I just basically keep it simple with my products, to be honest. Next, stress. If you are stressed, it's going to tell on your hair. Like there's no even need to explain this one, because it's just science. So try to be as relaxed as possible, because it doesn't only affect your hair, it affects your health, and you don't want to lose hair basically. Next is your method of detangling. Now 4C hair, like I said before, is quite dry, it's quite thick. You have to make sure that you detangle in sections. Before, there was a point in my life, or a point in my natural hair journey, when I used to be so lazy. I would wash my hair all in one. Trust me, it was a nightmare. I could not detangle my hair, and I swore to myself that I would never do that. So if you're too lazy, try to at least section your hair into 2 or 4 parts. I do 2 on either side, so it's 4 in total. Basically, when you section off your hair, it helps you to really manage your hair properly. And what I do is I usually finger detangle first before using a comb, and even when I use a comb, I have to make sure my hair is sort of moisturized or damp, not on soaking wet hair and not on super duper dry hair. So you have to detangle your hair in sections. Next, for getting your hair in a protective style, this is a mistake a whole lot of us make. You do your braids or your weave or whatever you want to do, and basically you're just like, okay, I'm just going to totally forget my natural hair. That is the wrong thing to do. Because your hair is locked up in a protective style doesn't mean that you shouldn't take care of it. When I do my braids, I moisturize my hair every 2 days, and I seal it with oil and everything. And if I'm going to keep my braids in for a really long time, maybe after a month, I wash my hair. So whatever protective style you choose, make sure that you are still moisturizing your hair, because your hair still needs to grow underneath the protective style. That's why most times when people do braids and they take it out, their hair falls off, and they're like, oh, they said protective style is supposed to make your hair grow. Darling, you're not taking care of your hair. Like, there's no magic. You have to take care of your hair. It's just that it's tucked away in a protective style, so you don't have to manipulate your hair every single day. Is not sleeping with a satin scarf. Guys, this is so important. The few days that I have slept without a satin scarf, I woke up and my hair was super dry. Like, it didn't feel good. So what I do is, because I feel like a lot of naturals, we have this problem where we sleep with a satin scarf, but then during the course of the night the scarf slips off, and basically our hair and our edges just rub on the cotton pillow. Now what I do is I put like a satin scarf on my pillow, because I don't have a satin pillowcase. I put a satin scarf on my pillow, and I also tie my hair with a satin scarf. So either ways, I'm safe. If it comes off, my pillow is still gonna secure me and all that kind of stuff. So next is inconsistent regimen. This is quite important, because you have to make sure you stick to a plan or a routine that your hair is going to love. You can't say that, okay, today I'm going to deep condition, next time I deep condition with 4 months, or nah. You have to make sure that your hair treat your hair like a human being. It needs to be fed, it needs to be nurtured. I would advise you deep condition every 2 weeks. Like, I personally deep condition every 2 weeks, and I wash every month. Like, I do my thorough washing and everything every month. So stick to a particular routine. If you want to do an oil treatment every week, that's up to you. If you want to cold wash every week, that's up to you. But make sure you have a routine and try to stick to it as much as possible. Next is not frequently deep conditioning. This is so important, guys. I know how my hair feels when I deep condition. It feels really stretchy and it just feels great. Deep conditioning really restores the protein and the moisture and all the nutrients that your hair has lost over the course of a protective style. Like, I love deep conditioning before installing a protective style and after installing a protective style. So I totally recommend that you deep condition every 2 weeks. If you can't, at least every month. Next is taking care of your body from the inside. This is something that people forget. I forget to do this all the time. Like, I so do not eat healthy. I try to, like, I don't eat junk, but like, I don't eat as healthy as I would love to. But I drink a lot of water, so I guess that complements the whole ish. But basically, you have to make sure that you're eating healthy and make sure that your body is healthy on the inside, which will reflect on your face, your skin, your hair, your nails, everything. People take supplements, but I personally am not the kind to want to take supplements. I rather eat fresh foods and all that kind of stuff. I'm currently working on it, and apparently regimen helps your hair as well. It helps the blood circulation to your scalp, which improves promotes hair growth. So yeah, just try to eat healthy and try to drink a lot of water. Last and most definitely not the least is using growth aid products. As much as your genetics matter, I feel like there are some products that would help your hair grow. Like Jamaican black castor oil does make your hair very thick. I totally recommend it. There are some pills, like I mentioned, people take some hair growth pills, but I don't like it because I feel like there are side effects. However, we have some oils like peppermint oil and some other essential oils that do stimulate hair growth. So yes, I hope this video really helped you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.